the biggest reason lifters fail with Conjugate, other than just forgetting to try on anything but their max effort work, is they're trying to make the program too complex. And if you guys don't know who I am Dr. Sethalbersworth. I've totaled 2105 raw using Conjugate. I've coached 2 guys to be stronger than me using Conjugate, and I have played a consulting role in 11 all-time world records now. So I kind of know a little bit what I'm talking about when it comes to this shit. So back to Conjugate. The biggest reason people screw up is because they are trying to make it too complex, because they're seeing a bunch of idiots making things too complex that aren't really having success in implementing the program themselves, and it just kind of gets passed along as the shitty human centipede of distilled West Side that really wasn't intended for raw powerlifting in the first place. And I know people are going to say like, oh, the 90s West Side guys trained raw, they got stronger. Yeah, but think about what the 90s West Side guys were actually lifting and compare it to today's raw lifters, and you will see that that shit really does not pan out for what a raw powerlifter needs. So if we are going to make Conjugate simple and then apply it to raw lifting, what we really need to understand about Conjugate periodization is all that matters is that we're doing a little bit of something heavy, we're doing some volume, moving the bar fast with intent, and then we're doing a lot of volume, getting a pump and trying to get jacked. That's really it. Like, as long as you're hitting all 3 of those in a week, it is going to work, as long as you're not doing something really, really, really stupid or try to overcomplicate it within that framework. And it's like, once you understand how simple it needs to be, and like once you understand that all that really matters with max effort work is that you're doing something heavy, that you're straining, and that you're straining in a range of motion relevant to the range of motion that you need to strain in on a competition squat, bench, or deadlift, you can kind of start to add complexity while keeping it simple. And you're going to maybe look complex from the outside, but in reality, if you know that just, oh, I just strained in the range of motion specific to what I need to, it still is simple. And it's like, how do you know what exercises to pick on max effort work? I mean, if you need to ask, just, again, keep it simple and just stay very close to your comp squat, stay very close to your comp deadlift, stay very close to your comp bench. And then it's like, okay, if you know that on a bench you're always missing at the top, maybe you could run some 2 boards, some 3 boards 1 week. See how that does after a few weeks of that. See if that influences your comp press. If it makes it better, sweet, you're onto something. If it doesn't help, okay, maybe you need to go another direction. Maybe you're missing at the top because you're not generating enough force to the bottom, and you really need to build up the bottom to allow you to get to the top. But again, if you just overthink it and think, oh, I need to do this weird fancy reverse band chain board setup to build my top end, you're probably going to get lost, and you're probably going to miss out when it comes time to press full range in a meet. And like, similar for squats, like, you don't need a complex chain band bar box setup to make your squat stronger. Really, like, most of my squatting this last year, well, almost all of it has just been competition low bar squat singles, because for my squat I really don't have a pure weak point right now. I really don't have anything to bring up. I just need to keep getting stronger at squatting, and my squat keeps getting stronger, so all I'm really doing is squatting. I mean, yeah, it could not get more simple than that. And it's like, I'm kind of starting to realize that with how my sleeve squats have gone, I probably do need a little more quad, so I'm going to shift some of my secondary work to more quad dominant squat styles. But you know what? I'm still just squatting on max effort work. And like this weekend, I'm going to do a high bar squat, which is a slight variant, but it really, again, it's not complicated. You don't need crazy shit to make it work. And then it comes down to like speed work. You don't need complicated waves. You don't need crazy strategies. You don't even need bands or chains to make speed work work. What you need to make speed work is enough weight on the bar that you can force or push into it hard, so you're not just throwing a wiffle ball. And you just need to push into it hard for, 15, 20, 30 total reps in the day, depending on how much weight's on the bar and how much you can recover from and how good of shape you're in, and it's going to work. You don't need to vary box heights. You don't need to vary bars. You can, once you understand what matters with speed work, and you realize that as long as you're moving it fast, moving it with intent, and actually pushing into the bar, it's going to work. Then you can start moving into complexity. But again, you can only succeed with complexity once you understand how to make it simple. And same thing with accessory exercises. Everyone's trying to do weird shit and get overly creative, and it's like, If I'm doing a weird accessory, the biggest reason is I just want to know how it feels and I want to know what it does. And I'm at a point where I can experiment because my base is still there, and I know that if I do not, or if the accessory doesn't pan out, I still can fall back on my base and I really didn't lose that much. But for you guys, if you're brand new and you're figuring shit out, just train your accessories. Hit your triceps hard, hit your lats hard, hit your hams hard, hit your quads hard, hit your torso and abs and hip flexors hard with basic shit, and you will get better. Because with accessories, we're not really trying to do fancy shit. We're not trying to really accomplish anything other than slapping tissue on us and building up our potential to express strength. Accessories aren't really there to display your 1 rep max strength. Your accessories are there to help you build potential so that you can better express strength with or through max effort work. So guys, yeah, Conjugate, if you are failing with it, it's not because Conjugate is bad for raw lifting, it's because you are doing it wrong for raw lifting, and it's probably because you are trying to make it too complicated, and that is only because you don't understand how simple it can be. Keep shit simple, and it's gonna work. Thanks for watching, guys. Shoot me a DM on Instagram at Dr. sethalbersworth if you have any questions, and thank you for watching. I had a sign-off slogan that I thought about this morning, and I actually just forgot about it. Fuck. That's it. Forgot my sign-off slogan. That's my new sign-off slogan. Peace.